Here. So, hello and welcome everyone back to the Collective Minds podcast. Thank you for being here. I just want to start out with saying, let's leave a like if you like what you like what you see. Uh, follow if you're new, and let us know down in the comments. I think that's the most important one to let us know what you think. We learn a lot of stuff from other people. That's why it's the Collective Minds podcast. We like to actually agree and disagree with each other. That's how you learn out here in the real world. So I just saw this going through the news and live updates. Police find a backpack in Central Park, a possible link to gunman who killed CEO, which is interesting. And I'm sure you guys have heard about this because they keep posting pictures of the wrong guy, right? They show the picture of the guy that actually pulled the trigger, and then they find someone else with a coat and a backpack, and it's not him. I don't know. Looks completely different. Let's see. So, police find backpack 3 days after an insurance executive was fatally shot on a Manhattan sidewalk. The authorities provide a detailed timeline of the suspect's movements. It was not yet known what was in the backpack, so that's it. They found a backpack. Let's see, because I'm new to this one too. I have not grasped onto this. I'm like, oh, it happens all the time, right? It's not a big deal. They're always showing you something. Distractions, don't look here, look here. New York City police officials searching a wooded area in Central Park on Friday said they found a backpack that they believe was ditched by the gunman. So there's more. Who fatally shot Brian Thompson, the chief executive of United Healthcare in Midtown Manhattan. That announcement came shortly after the police said they now believe the gunman may have left the city on Wednesday, only hours after of the shooting. Nice writing there. The police said it was still unclear what was in the backpack, but news of its discovery came after the police provided the most detailed timeline yet of the suspect's furtive activities during a 10-day stay in New York City. So they know he was there for 10 days? How do they know that? And how do they know it's his backpack? And why are they saying it's unclear what's inside of it? I don't think these guys know anything, eh? Maybe it's going to be one of those where just the public just, nah. Let's see. Investigators looking into the possibility that the gunman used what's known as a veterinary gun, a larger firearm used on farms and ranches. If an animal has to get put down, the animal can be shot without the weapon causing a large noise. That's a weird way to say silenced or silencer on it. Nothing in our investigation at this time so far indicates that it had anything to do with his personal life. The bullet casings found at the crime scene each bore a word written in permanent marker: depose, deny, and delay. Kenny said investigators believe the gunman is either a disgruntled ex-employee of Brian Thompson's insurance company or an angry client. Yeah, it's going to be hard to dial that down, really, if they catch the guy, right? Pretty much they're like, yeah, it's probably not personal. It's just how these insurance companies conduct their business. Found a backpack, not telling us anything about it. Crime scene technicians photographed and collected evidence in the undergrowth late Friday afternoon as they searched for the distinctive bag the gunman had worn early Wednesday morning. They were also searching for the weapon he used, a pistol that appeared to be fitted with a silencer. Okay. So the story is actively changing, guys. They can't stick with any one thing. It's a silencer gun. It's not a silencer gun, which we are going back in time right now. Hours. But yeah, I brought this to you because I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think that people are actually going to help turn this guy in? Or do you think that this guy deserves it? Please leave a comment either in the live chat or the regular comments after this video if you're coming in later. And let's have that discussion. All right. So on to today's topics. Biden, those pardons, over Hunter's BS. It's pretty incredible. But it sounds like it's not ending with him. So Joe Biden is actually thinking of pardoning the entire deep state, like a laundry list of people's names. And they're actually admitting it. So this titled, let's see, Fox News, which we usually don't do. Most damning evidence. Hunter Biden's full pardon resurfaces decades of controversies, influence peddling. I can tell you a lot from what I know. You know, the laptop filled with horrible things. Obviously, Hunter Biden was into not just prostitution and cocaine, but like underage prostitution and underage drug use with these people. I've went through it. China actually, some Chinese website actually posted like everything that they could of it. It's pretty messed up stuff, or at least what they could post of it, I should say. But yeah, him getting away, like throwing that gun into the garbage can by the college or wherever it was, and then driving way too fast on the highway doing cocaine, recording it, or crack, I guess. He's not even that classy. Hunter Biden's pardon from President Biden on Sunday doesn't only apply to his tax and gun charges, but gives him sweeping immunity from prosecution dating back 10 years to the time Biden served as vice president. It's way before that, too. Hunter Biden's pardon applies to offenses against the U.S. that Hunter Biden has committed or may have committed from January 1st of 2014 to December 1st of 2024, which encapsulates several controversies surrounding the president's son and his overseas business dealings. Why? I mean, Biden could simply come out and go, it's because you won't leave him alone and he's innocent. You guys are just bringing stuff up. Well, they did that to Trump for about the same amount of years, actually. Yeah, if not more. Hunter Biden earned millions of dollars serving on the board of the Ukrainian energy company Burisma after joining the company as legal counsel in the spring of 2014 before being elevated to the board of directors later that year. Biden has claimed he didn't stand to gain anything from the position, which he was appointed to without any experience in the industry. Which one? So Hunter didn't stand to gain anything? They both gained something, obviously. It's relations, and Hunter got a ton of money. And so did Joe. But Republicans have long alleged that Hunter and his father engaged in influence peddling through Burisma. Absolutely. They're still doing it. It's not just through Burisma. It's everywhere. The reason Biden is there is because he's that guy. He's a criminal. That's why he's in office. He's Obama's little crony. Just like Hillary. The Bidens were accused by Republicans of having coerced Burisma CEO Mykola Slakavensky to pay them millions of dollars in exchange for their help in getting the Ukrainian prosecutor investigating the company fired during the Obama administration. So yeah, the guy that was investigating it. And Biden admitted that in a phone call. Why 2014? Fox News contributor Andy McCarthy wrote on foxnews.com this week. Well, the most damning evidence of the Biden family influence peddling business occurred in the last years of Joe Biden's term as vice president, specifically 2014 through 2016. That, of course, is when the Burisma hijinks began. Indeed, Hunter's board seat on the corrupt energy company's board was so manifestly tied to his father's political influence that as soon as Biden left office in 2017, Burisma slashed Hunter's compensation in half. Boom. Of course. I mean, we're not going to talk about the paintings he did, right? So anyway, yeah, after a long time of saying he would never interfere with the Justice Department's investigations into Hunter, a good, outstanding citizen representative representing the country, we're not going to interfere with that just because I'm a very powerful man. One of the most powerful men in the world, actually. Nope. Going to pardon his son or pardons his son. Let's look at this one, though. Biden considering preemptive pardons for officials Trump might target. Very interesting. So, who Trump might target, right? I mean, if it was in your hands, who would you target for investigation? I mean, you might as well throw the whole damn basket away and build a new one. It kind of looks like that's what's happening. with Trump's next term. President Joe Biden and his senior aides are discussing possible preemptive pardons for people who might be targeted by the incoming Trump administration, according to a source close to the president. Possible names include current and former officials such as retired General Mark Milley, GOP Rep Liz Cheney, Adam Schiff, and Dr. Anthony Fauci. The consideration comes after Biden issued a full pardon to his son, Hunter Biden, on December 1st. The move sparked backlash from Republicans and criticism from many Democrats. Yeah, we already went over this part. Said he wasn't going to do it, did it throughout his campaign. President-elect Donald Trump vowed to exact retribution on his political enemies. That's a weird way to put his political enemies attacked him, and he's just going back to make it fair. I mean, you're going to give the guy a mugshot over nothing and try to throw him in prison for, 30-something felonies? And it's all BS. Investigate him, the Russia collusion, the hoax, everything. Attack him. Use literally the biggest media tech companies in the entire world to try to make him lose, 3 elections now? Oh, yeah, it's going down. Nancy Pelosi's going to be in this too. But yeah, there he is. Anthony Fauci. Which makes me believe, here's the thing. He could give Fauci 10 years. He could give him the 2014 to 2024. It doesn't matter. Fauci's been killing people in third world countries since the damn 80s. Hand in hand with Bill Gates. So it's on when it's on. He's not getting an entire life pardon. Very interesting. So we're going to be seeing that hopefully soon. Hopefully this isn't just talk. Hopefully these people do get investigated by a non-corrupt, justice system. New DOJ. Get rid of the FBI and make something else. And make something else that checks that and make something else that checks that. Just a big circle of checking each other. Let's see. And the last one here. Something very interesting I don't think a lot of people know. There is a huge amount of government jobs that are quote stay-at-home jobs, right? Where people don't have to go into an office. A huge amount. And that's going to be their job, is getting rid of all those people and pretty much making them go to work. But I think a lot of these jobs might be like black hole jobs. Like no one's actually doing it, but those funds are going into an account under a false name that goes into another account of someone else, like giant money laundering scheme. This says thousands of government employees land deal to continue telework with Biden administration appointee report. Says the updated contract will allow workers to stay hybrid until 2029. So Trump's going to have to come in here and stop this from happening. How do you guarantee people their job for that many years? A union representing thousands of federal and government workers landed members a work-from-home deal ahead of the incoming Trump administration's efforts to force workers to return to office. They should be, and they should have to prove who they are. That's who a lot of these Antifa people could be. A lot of them could literally just be getting paid to sit at home and then show up and, wave signs and throw rocks and shit. They really could. Let's see. The American Federation of Government Employees reached an agreement with the Social Security Administration to protect telework. Bloomberg reported Tuesday, citing messages viewed by the outlet. The updated contract, which affects 42,000 government employees, will allow workers to stay hybrid until 2029. And these people get the same benefits as regular government workers. 42,000 sitting on their ass at home. The deal was signed by President Biden's former SSA Commissioner Martin O'Malley. Also should be investigated. Under the new agreement, workers in office requirements range from 2 to 5 days per week, varying by job, according to the outlet, citing people familiar with the matter. This deal will secure not just telework for SSA employees, but will secure staffing levels through prevention of higher attrition, which in turn will secure the ability of the agency to serve the public. AFG chapter president Rich Couture told Bloomberg. So, underfunded, underqualified, overhired. It's one of the reasons we're in debt. Just like Biden coming in and hiring how many 100,000 IRS agents? You think those guys go to an office every day? No. Representative James Comer argued against hybrid work, saying that government employees need to show up for the people it serves. Absolutely. If I want to, you're right, they take your taxes out of your check. You can't stop them. If I want to go see what my money's being used for, I should be able to go in. Pretty much under the laws, these people's, their offices and their homes where they work, that's public property. That's a public office. And these people shouldn't want that. But that's how it's all written. No taxation without representation. I should be able to show up to these people's houses and they should have a red carpet right to that little office of theirs. And I should go in and have a meeting with them. And it's absolutely insane. These people did this during COVID. And the only way to come back from it all is to get rid of it. Not to slowly ease it in over the next 6 years. Thousands of federal employees just landed a work from home deal ahead of Donald Trump taking office. This is why I introduced the Show Up Act. Our government needs to show up for the people it serves. Yep, absolutely. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and former GOP presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, who were appointed to the incoming administration's newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, have announced their plan for mass federal layoffs. Absolutely. Absolutely should. If it's not helping or it's not an actual job and it's not necessary, absolutely necessary, it shouldn't be there. Just a waste of our money. If you require most of those federal bureaucrats to just say, like normal working Americans, you come to work 5 days a week, a lot of them won't want to do that. Ramaswamy previously said on Fox News Sunday, if you have many voluntary reductions in force of the workforce in the federal government along the way, great. That's a good side effect of those policies as well. That's hilarious. Pretty much you have to show up to work and a bunch of them are going to go, I quit. I'm going back to Starbucks. That's awesome. So that's what I have for you today. It looks like they're still trying to like stonewall Trump from getting in here and making these changes. I don't think it's going to work. And honestly, I don't know the legality on pardons. I think some of them should be, but I don't think you should be able to pardon yourself or your son or people that have actually committed a crazy crime or multiple. Maybe just pardon them for one crime. How about that? We'll still get them that way because they're all, been committing crimes forever. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and leave a comment. That way we know you're engaging and keeps us rolling. We'll catch you on the next one.